Have you ever noticed something terrifying? When you pay with cash, watching bill after bill leave your wallet, it actually hurts inside. But when you swipe a card, just a light beep and that pain of spending almost completely vanishes. This isn't a coincidence. This is a scam carefully designed for your human weakness. That thin little card gives you the illusion that you have unlimited funds, making you unknowingly buy a pile of things you actually can't afford at all. This is top-tier logic on Mojo. We see through the logic of money, because wealth is the only chip, to real freedom in this brutal world. Today we're talking about a financial tool you use every day yet may have never truly understood. In essence, it's an immensely powerful tool, but at the same time a perfect trap that exploits humanity's urge to overspend. Today, I'll peel back this trap. Let's look at the first layer, the illusion of enjoy now, pay later. The most seductive thing about a credit card is the illusion it gives you that you seem to have endless money in hand. So to satisfy a brief moment of vanity or a sudden impulse, you easily swipe and buy non-essentials beyond your means. More dangerous still, many people mistake a liability for an asset. You think installments are easing the pressure, but what you bought is actually a constantly depreciating liability. The essence of this is you borrowing from your future self, overdrawing your future labor to pay for your present desire. The credit card is the most easily overlooked liability. It lets you buy what you crave right now, but the price is making the future you pay the debt of the present you. Next is the second layer, and the most insidious one. What is interest? Interest is the cost of borrowing, the extra fee the bank charges for lending you money. Many people think, it's fine if I can't pay the full amount this month, I'll just pay the minimum. But what you don't know is, the moment you pay only the minimum, you personally started the bank's expensive revolving interest machine. The bank takes the principal you haven't paid off each day, adds the interest, and recalculates new interest every day. That is, every extra day you drag it out, your total debt is climbing. This interest looks tiny at a glance, but it piles up incredibly fast. The most terrifying result is, the money you toil to repay each month mostly flows to interest, barely reducing your original debt at all. You think you're paying off debt, but you're actually just working for the bank's interest. This is the real reason card debt is so hard to escape. So if revolving interest keeps rolling on, what does it become? This is the third layer, the most deadly negative compounding. Einstein once said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world." But you must remember, this sort of compounding is double-edged. When it helps your money grow money, it can grow assets geometrically, but once it's used on debt, it becomes a nuclear bomb that destroys your personal finances. This is called negative compounding. As positive as compounding is, when making money, that's how destructive it is in reverse. Think about it. Credit card rates are easily 15 to 20%. Your debt is rolling upward exponentially at this high speed. And you? What you earn from work is a linearly growing salary. One is an exponential curve, the other a straight line. This race was doomed from the start. Your bit of linear salary can never catch your exponentially exploding debt. This is why it can utterly destroy a person's financial foundation. If you think the only trap is interest, that's too naive. The fourth layer are the devilish hidden fees buried in the details. You must understand, one of the bank's business models is making money from consumers' ignorance and carelessness. Besides revolving interest, the card is covered with all sorts of charges: setup fees, annual fees, late penalty fees, over-limit fees, and even when you swipe abroad, a foreign transaction fee. You don't pay on time, the bank charges a late fee. You use the card to withdraw cash, the bank charges a fee. You get a card but don't use it, the bank still charges you an annual fee. Did you notice? As long as you don't know the rules, everywhere there are fees. And most people, when signing, don't even blink, never carefully read the terms, and don't understand what annual percentage rate means. But it's exactly this contract you can't be bothered to read that becomes an invisible vampire, quietly, draining your wallet dry. At this point, you might think, so, is the credit card a bad thing? Should I just cut it up? No. This brings us to the last and deepest objective law. Tools have no good or bad, the only difference is whether you master it. The same credit card, in the hands of the rich, is a powerful financial tool. The rich use it to build a good credit score, to make the bank trust them, so they can later smoothly get mortgages, car loans, these bigger capital leverages. They also use the card's interest-free period to earn points, cash back, or air miles, these rewards. But the rich can master this tool by strictly guarding a few iron rules. First, he only spends money he can afford this month. To him, the credit card is never free money. Second, he strictly keeps his spending within 30% of his credit limit. Third, and the most important, always, always, always pay in full. Never let the bank earn even a cent of his revolving interest. You see, the rules are made by the bank. In this game, what the bank always earns is the gap between those who know the rules. The poor, because they don't know the rules, are enslaved by this tool into card slaves. The rich, because they see through the rules, master it in turn, making it serve them. So back to the question at the start. Why doesn't swiping a card hurt? Because it delays the pain. Starting today, take out your credit card statement again and carefully read those terms and rates you never noticed before. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. This card can be a springboard that lifts you up or an abyss that drags you down. It all depends on how you use it. Stop making the future you, pay for the present impulsive you. When you learn to master it, instead of being led by it, only then have you truly grasped the power of this tool. If this episode helped you, please subscribe to Top Tier Logic. Hit like and ring the bell. Next time, we keep uncovering the logic behind wealth. I'm Mojo,